Okay, heading over now to breaking news that we continue to bring you. But around this match itself, Indian skipper Suryakumar Yadav on the no handshake with Pakistan. He said few things in life are ahead of sportsman's spirit. We gave them a proper reply. We stand with the victims of the Pahalgam terror attack and their families. We also want to dedicate this win to the valor of our armed forces during Operation Sindoor. You'll remember the match ended as it began with no handshake between the Indian captain Suryakumar Yadav and, of course, the Pakistan counterpart Salman Agha. Now we're just going to play out what he had to say, then we'll bring you more.
We stand by with the victims of the families of Pahalgam terror attack, and we express our solidarity. And also, most important thing for me, we want to dedicate today's win to all our armed forces who showed a lot of bravery. And they hope they continue to inspire us all, and we give them more reasons on the ground whenever we get an opportunity to make them smile.
All right, let's go over to our colleague Shivani Gupta to bring us more context around this. Shivani, what have you learnt about in the hours since the game has concluded? When did Suryakumar Yadav, his boys, decide that they would go ahead with no handshake?
Well, it seems like this was a pre-decided, statement of intent that the Indian team wanted to project. Let's not forget that ever since the Asia Cup was announced this year and the India-Pakistan match was confirmed, there's been a lot of back and forth about whether this match should go ahead at all and whether India should choose to play or not. So, given this stand that the Indian government and the BCCI took, I think it was a spillover of the feelings that the players themselves also have as individuals. They can't refuse to play the match, but they wanted to make a statement that some things go beyond sportsman spirit. This is exactly what Suryakumar Yadav said, because it can be controversial on the field not to shake hands of the opposite side. But Suryakumar Yadav made it clear that, some things go beyond this. And I think the impact that the Pahalgam attack and Operation Sindoor post that has had on every Indian, the Indian team is not untouched by that. So it seems that they have decided very much that they're going to treat this match as just another match, but also that the certain level of respect that is accorded to the opponent is not going to be accorded to the Pakistani team. Let's not forget that many members of the Pakistani team, whether part of this team or otherwise, in the largest scheme of Pakistan cricket, have made quite contentious statements against India, against Indian Army. During Operation Sindoor, we had several celebrities, including cricketers in Pakistan, make certain obnoxious statements as well. So I don't think any Indian player actually wanted to share the field with them. But, there are compulsions that you have to do so, and the Indian team clearly had decided well before the match that they're not going to really engage in any sportsman behavior with the opposite side.
Could you also tell us, Shivani, if you noticed, as someone who does and has been observing cricket for years now, did you at all notice a change in energy between the two teams during the match itself also? What did you observe?
Well, as far as, the ball being bowled and, a batsman doing his job, I don't think there was any difference. You can't really play a match with a different energy like that. You have to give your all on the field. So in terms of the match itself, in terms of, what was happening in the field of play, it was a regular match. But yes, I think that there was a certain detachment that the Indian team was showing. You didn't have any, big celebrations for what was happening on the field. In fact, for example, the wickets that India was taking, there was no interaction with Pakistani players. In fact, it all started from the toss itself. At the very toss, both captains did not even shake hands. It was a sign of things to come, and they did not even make any eye contact. So that's unusual. In an India-Pakistan match, there's always a little bit of aggression that is extra on the field. You didn't feel that there was too much aggression on the field. I think the Indian players also are just far superior than the current Pakistani side. So there wasn't that kind of a contest which, really brought out a lot of aggression on the field. But yes, there was signs that the Indian players didn't want to interact too much as far as the Pakistani side is concerned.
Okay, Shivani, can we ask you to stay with us? We'll just come back to you in a second.